It's that time of year again, baby! The 2021 League of Legends World Championship is all set to kick off in October. In this video, we'll cover everything that you should know before the teams start to compete for supremacy. It was initially announced that the 2021 edition of the competition will take place in China. However, due to complications relating to COVID, it ended up being moved to Iceland. Let's introduce the strongest regions and the teams you should be looking out for in the competition. Here is an overview of some of the regions participating and some major contenders to keep an eye on. Let's start up with the LEC. From Europe, the team that claims the title of the summer playoffs gets awarded with the most championship points and becomes the top seed for the region, while second place is awarded to the team with the most cumulative points in both the summer and spring seasons. The second spot was secured by Rogue, who performed quite well in both spring and summer split and will be aiming to make up for their average performance in the 2020 championship. Meanwhile, the top spot was claimed by Mad Lions, who also took down G2 Esports in the summer playoffs. However, the team to truly watch out for in this region is likely Fnatic, and this org has proven time and time again that they know the recipe for success and have a winning formula for taking on talent and enabling them. Now onto the LPL. The first spot from the LPL was granted to the team that reigned supreme in the LPL summer playoffs, Edward Gaming. Meanwhile, FunPlus Phoenix became the second seed after getting the most points out of the LPL championship. The third spot was then claimed by Royal Never Give Up, who won the regional finals, while the fourth spot was taken by LNG Esports as they failed to win against RNG in that grand finale. This is an incredibly stacked roster to be sending for Worlds, especially considering the fact that the LPL has a fourth seed here, meaning that it's going to be very difficult to avoid one of these Asian powerhouse teams in the main bracket. This year, there's a very good chance that every group will become the group of death, and that goes to show how powerful the LPL can be. Not too far from them though, we're talking about the LCK. Damwon Gaming became the top seed from South Korea as the team won the spring split and then attained the minimum circuit points to sit comfortably in first place. Meanwhile, Gen.G Esports became second seed after winning the LCK championship. The third spot was claimed by T1, who won the LCK regional finals, and then Hanwha Life Esports had to settle for the fourth spot here as they could not take down T1 in the aforementioned finals. Much similar to China, all four of these teams are extreme contenders, and there are multiple teams on this list that we would not be too surprised about if they won the entire championship. Other regions are going to have a real big issue this year, as these two regions are raising the bar for the level of play that we're going to expect. And for the last major region, we're going to talk about the LCS, or North America. Being the historical weakest major region team, the NA LCS will feature 3 teams in the 2020 World Championship. The top seed from North America is 100 Thieves, who arrive after being crowned the champion of the region. Second place goes to Team Liquid, who finished as the LCS Championship runner-up, and the third spot was snatched by Cloud9 after beating an upset against TSM. Although their placements may say otherwise, all 3 of these teams are quite similar in terms of their relative strength right now, but it would be quite the challenge for NA to show up this year. Now onto the teams to look out for. Worlds 2021 will be contested by a total of 22 teams across the globe. We'll now be highlighting some of my top contenders and why every one of these teams have a great shot at the Summoners Cup. But first, NA. Alright baby, as a fellow NA American, I have to give my pity pick to my favorite NA team here. Do I actually think that any of these teams are going to win the World Championship? No, but with an extra dose of hopium and maybe the potential to play out of their minds, there's some hope for NA to make a decent run this year. With that being said, my contender pick for the NA underdog team this year, probably Cloud9. Although all 3 NA teams are at a similar level skill-wise, I think that Cloud9 will have the most creativity and potential to make a decent run at Worlds. Team Liquid and 100T are both really competitive teams and are honestly at a similar skill level to C9 all things considered. I think what gives C9 their edge here is likely the ability to adapt and get creative to give themselves a higher chance. Usually, NA teams coming into Worlds are generally on the back foot. Other regions have been competing at an incredible level for the entire year, have had a better practice environment, better ping, and a great high-level league to compete in. This means that North American teams have to really research and find their own ways to succeed and surprise their opponents in ways that they wouldn't expect. And Cloud9 is known to be the team that is willing to take these risks and embrace their identity as the underdog. But enough about us hyping up NA's chances, let's talk about some of the strongest contenders from other parts of the world. The first team, Damwon Kia. The team has also performed well in the 2021 season as they got first place in playoffs and then managed to score just enough points in the summer season to secure their spot for Worlds. The team managed to then win its 3rd consecutive LCK championship as they took down T1. Hot off a previous victory and looking as strong as ever, they are surely one of the powerhouses heading into this tournament. Moving on to FPX, Doinb is back for redemption and is hot off the press for another strong performance at Worlds this year after missing out on 2020's event. FPX is looking extremely good right now with a first place finish in the LPL regular season and coming up second overall in the playoffs. The team's innovative picks and high octane gameplay are going to be two things to look out for in their Worlds run this year. Now on to RNG. The reigning champions of the mid-season invitational will be aiming to make their mark in the 2021 World Championships. After winning MSI, they shockingly lost to LNG in the playoffs, yet still got enough points to claim their spot for the Worlds after winning the regional finals by taking down Team WE 3-0, but they really kinda stumbled over the finish line qualifying this year. They might have not made the best finish to the summer split, but I'm very confident in their ability to take the Worlds buff that they get and pop off. Alright, now to Fnatic. Fnatic was the last EU team to clinch a spot for Worlds 2021. The team has fought tooth and nail against G2 Esports to book their ticket to Iceland. Even though G2 was labeled as the top contender to qualify, Fnatic fought against all odds and now have a chance to fight for the title. You might seem to question this pick since they've had some really weird changes recently, but the org has had a timeless legacy in the World Championship, and I trust they'll be able to keep it up this year as well. With a resurgence in power coming from Whipple's swap to the jungle and Adam's addition to the roster, we'll potentially see some very interesting gameplay coming from the LEC. So here's my snapshot of the current Worlds landscape and some of the strongest teams coming in for their shot at the Summoners Cup. Worlds 2021 will make for quite the spicy event this year, and with the amount of insanely powerful teams looking to make their way in, do not be surprised for another banger year of insane matchups. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay fresh.